Welcome to the season finale of the Union Berlin save. We don't yet know at this stage whether it's going to be season finale of everything or season finale of just the Bundesliga. If we beat Bayer Leverkusen and we win the league and I can sim Werder Bremen and we can have 2 cup finals in today's episode. If we don't beat Leverkusen, then we'll need to win against Werder Bremen, in which case we'll have a Bundesliga season finale today and a 2-game double cup final special tomorrow. For now, I think we should be able to beat Leverkusen, albeit we are slightly tired from our recent second leg against Aston Villa. We're on the match day as well, so no one's getting any fitter than that. In theory, we could lose this game and still win the title. Bayern have Hamburg away. Hamburg are 17th. And Dortmund have Hertha at home. Hertha are 15th. And there's a point between the two of them. They're both actually still threatened with relegation, very much so. So they've got a lot to fight for. And technically, Wolfsburg and Leipzig could still stand a chance. Leipzig actually 6 points behind with a goal difference, no. But if I lose both games today, then Wolfsburg could still do it. They have Darmstadt away. Darmstadt are 10th. And then on the final day... Oh, on the final day, Bayern play Dortmund. Oh, that's a stroke of luck. Well, we'll wait and see what happens there then. I'm not too sure on the mathematical consequences of that. Depending on, I guess it still depends on what happens on the first match day. Love that. Love that very much indeed. We shall go and play Leverkusen then and hopefully win the bloody Bundesliga. Today we're saying thank you to Rangers Fan 1996. Thank you, Cole. Thank you to Andy as well. And we're saying thank you to Dr. Nanas as well. Thank you, Doc, for your continued support in the comment section and on stream. Well, FC Union Berlin, this close to the first of potentially 3 trophies today. Now, in another stroke of luck, Bayer Leverkusen were also involved in a European tie 2 days prior in the other half of the Europa League. They lost it, and as such will have Fiorentina in the Europa League final, but rather evidently, they've got a lot of tired players too, and their game went to extra time. Livakovic in goal, Kerfeld at the back with then a tired Virgil van Dijk and Upamecano on either side of him. Alberto Molero, Voss, Xhaka and Arthur on the midfield 4 before our former striker, Boulaye Dia, up top with Alria and Patreon player Jamie Bodie, with fellow Patreon player Matthew Davison on the bench for them as well. They've lost at least 5 straight games by Leverkusen. They're in 8th in the table. Wirtz is shattered. Frimpong's tired enough. Grimaldo and Boniface also not fully fit. This is the moment. Win this game. We will put a couple of fringe players in. Win this game and we are champions. Leite out to Mendy. Forward to Enes Unal. He was particularly quiet yesterday in the last episode. We need him to find his form again, please, if we're to win the title today. And Jamie Bodie's in behind here. Thankfully, won't score. We've done enough to put him off to get him to shoot off target, and it's gone wide. Confirmation that we are top of the table, and provided we win, we'll be 4 points clear of both Bayern and Dortmund. And it was seemingly never going to be a case of them both eclipsing me, because them having each other on the final, it would have made a hell of a final, like a hell of a season finale if they were both in the hunt for the title, which they could be if they both win on this match day and I fail to win. They may both well be in the hunt for the title, and it might be winner takes all there. But if I'm able to get victory here, then it won't matter. Oh, Neil Bailey nearly gave us the 1-0 advantage that we'd be looking for to give us that win for the title, but it's well blocked. Oh, it does find Bodie through that gap. That was well done. And Bodie tucks it back here to Alria. Leite went for it, missed it. Oh, lovely ball through the gap. And Boulaye Dia with the rifling finish. our former striker, who we sold because he didn't score enough goals, scores a goal and puts us 1-0 behind. You couldn't write it. Or could you? Granit Xhaka. De Bruyne in the way. Granit Xhaka finds Zaria. Got a tackle in there to force it wide. Will quickly get it down the line. And Ridler Baku has been the guy recently. Will get that run going. And then there's Unal. He's in behind. A tired Virgil van Dijk can't keep up. Oh, but it's a big save from the goalkeeper. It's a giant save from the goalkeeper. Augusto delivers. Enes Unal could have, should have scored there, but hasn't. And we still trail by a goal to 0. Oh, Virgil van Dijk's giving it away. And Livakovic makes a very good save. Dominic with a top stop. Delivery. That's a poor corner, really. I'll try and nod this back to the man on the edge of the box. It's Julian Brandt. It's hit a defender. Can Bailey get there? No. And Leverkusen will clear. Half an hour played here. We still trail by a goal to 0. This turn's better. And we'll find Julian Brandt, who will look to deliver the ball. And it's going to be back at the back post. Virgil chests that. De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Livakovic with the save. Forced to chances from range or set pieces so far. Bailey odd it down. Brandt. De Bruyne. It's Alvarez. It's De Bruyne again. Oh, what a save, Livakovic! Unbelievable! That was destined for the top corner. I can't believe he's kept it out. Dominic's got no right to get to that at all. That's going to go wide, and we will be 1-0 down at half-time. I need to see that save again. That was disgusting from Livakovic. It was so good from Kevin De Bruyne. The space is there. That is flying. Well and truly flying to the top corner. And it's an unbelievable stop. Still 1-0 Leverkusen. Win that, Enes. Great header. Come to Bailey. It's number 7 versus number 7. It's my number 7 that gets away with the ball. Looking for Enes Unal. Quick turn inside to beat the defender. And here's Ridler Baku. And here is Kevin De Bruyne. Livakovic with another brilliant stop. Dominic Livakovic is single-handedly denying us the Bundesliga title today. Still, they come away with it. Alria. All the way around the outside. Back inside to Jamie Bodie. Oh, Karnaseki's at it as well. Has he given a pen? I think he's given a penalty. I tried to block the shot. And in doing so, caught the man. And by Leverkusen have a spot kick that Boulaïdia has not wasted. Straight down the middle at 1,000 miles an hour. By Leverkusen 2. Union Berlin 0. Well, they've given that away. And Martial is not going to waste any time. He's away. And Brandt. And Bailey. 2-1. 10 minutes to find 2 more. It's a lovely move. It's a good goal. And maybe it would be phenomenal if it happens now. Jeremy Frimpong being played very high up the pitch here. Squares it back. Wirtz with the save. Forced out of Karnaseki. Martial with a header. And Brandt to Leon Bailey. Martial's going again. Bailey will look through the gap with Meccano. Stands firm. And that's probably the end of any chance of a win today. There may still be the opportunity for an equaliser if I can steal it off them quickly, which rather evidently isn't happening. So we are going to... Oh, as if I haven't got to the ball there. We are going to lose by 2-1 or more here on the penultimate match day against Bayer Leverkusen. Both of us had European semi-finals 48 hours prior. They are the ones that have dealt with the busy fixture list better. Although, questions asked about the penalty decision. It's a 2-1 win for Leverkusen. We will have to go into the final round of fixtures. Oh my God! Dortmund and Bayern Munich Dortmund and Bayern Munich both lost. We just won the league. I fully expected, everybody fully expected, that it would go to the final day. All three of us lost. All three of us lost. I think I just skipped the trophy lift. I imagine that I've skipped the title lifting ceremony then. So we're not going to get to see us lift the Bundesliga title. So we believe that yes, we did accidentally skip the trophy lifting ceremony. I will now, on the behind the scenes for the stream, go and play this game against Werder Bremen, and I'll show you any subsequent goals, highlight-wise, that come from it. But we've won the league. Nobody expected both Bayern to lose against Hamburg, who were 16th, and Dortmund to lose against Hertha, who were 15th. You couldn't have predicted that. So I was understandably just trying to get out of that Leverkusen game as quickly as possible, having lost it. And it turns out we won the league. So we'll go and play Werder Bremen. That's their team. Fofana up top for them. Voltemade alongside him, 5 at the back. Naby Keita in their midfield. Nakamura in goal. But we've been given the title. Bayern and Dortmund have both gone, there you go, Ches. Danke, lads. Dankeschön. Excellent ball into Carlos Augusto. Sucic with a nice little dummy. De Bruyne looking for Tony Martial. Oh, Tony! Wow! That's a naughty finish from Anthony Martial. The defender on the line might have been able to clear that, but I think he just gave up on it. It's scooped high. No, he's not getting anywhere near it. It crosses the line at the point where he might just have been able to maybe stretch and reach for it. He could have had a go, but I think that was always going to go in. Well, that's the finish of champions, isn't it? Nice one, Tony. Oh, it's loose. Olabash is going to steal that all day, every day. Benedict, he's getting in on the act. He could have not. It's Benedict Olabash, just what he does. 2-0. Yeah, you can tell from the players' reactions at the final whistle what's happened. I'll have to have a look back at in the edit and see if there was a reaction like that. There were cheers at full time in the last game, but they weren't massive. They were muted cheers, so to speak. Like, as in, not. There were some cheers, but it sounded like it was just the small away Leverkusen contingent that were cheering. Crystal Palace is certainly a save that will get done at some point in my YouTube career, certainly. Not on the horizon at the moment, but maybe soon. Oh, Olabash. Oh, Benedict! It's 3! We're celebrating in style now. Simple finish, simple ball through. Tidy. Nothing more than that. Tidy. Oh, come on. I was trying to block the shot. I went for the slide. It didn't work. Voltemade. 3-1. Slightly over celebrating it. Foghorn celebrate. Really? Foghorn. Is the foghorn necessary? Are you going to run at it, Benedict? There you go. In fact, bollocks to it. Let's try and get Benedict Olabash a hat-trick. That is a very, very heavy touch. Hat-trick Hollerbach! Let's go! Fair! Fair! Carlos Augusto and Sucic and Havertz. I thought for a minute we were going to maybe play Olabash in for a fourth. Certainly made a hell of an impact, isn't he? Maybe Benedict is a player we consider bringing to another save at some point. Not sure how old Benedict Hollerbach is, to be fair. Big cheers! But we believe that we won the league in the last match day. And despite these joyous scenes, there will be no trophy lift. There might be. I don't think so, though. Well, that's a successful, so far, Bundesliga outing, isn't it? Because of the nature of how I'm going to cut the highlights for this game, though, we will now have a bumper season finale special. And yeah, there you go, no cut. So annoying. No, nobody could have expected all three of us to lose those 3 games on the penultimate match day. So we will now then go and have 2 cup finals in the remainder of the episode. A proper bumper one for you here today, starting with the Europa League final against Fiorentina. But player of the Bundesliga season, as presented by Kaká, is Enes Ünal in his sparkly jacket. Not entirely too sure of late. He deserves that. But I guess given the span of the whole season, I've got a bit of a sparkly waistcoat on myself. Given the nature of the whole season, I can understand why they've given it to Enes Ünal. Congratulations, my friend. GG, sir. Now then, please go and score me some goals in the Europa League and Deutsche Pokal finals. Ta very much. With a potential at least double at the moment on the line, Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal for them. Hjelde Agerd, Inacio Pantea, Javi Guerra and Aymar in the midfield in their 4-3-3 attack with Barak at cam, Sotil and Nico Gonzalez either side of Beltran, Fran Beltran up top. They've got Amrabat on the bench, and Zola is a big monster of a striker. Mandragora is half decent, I think. And they're missing Hakan Calhanoglu through suspension. Norton Cuffy, the former Arsenal youngster, I think it's Arsenal youngster, on the bench as well for them. They've obviously done tremendously well to get to the final, so we cannot underestimate them, but we certainly will be heavy favourites for this fixture. At the Estadio do Dragão, which I think is Porto's ground, we head to Portugal for the Germans versus the Italians. Can we win that header? Yeah, we can, but it's going to fall to Orov Aymar. Javi Guerra nips through that gap nicely. Alvarez can't get to him. Sotil. Beltran. Big hand, Carnesecchi. Diogo Leite just makes sure. Wow. That's a top stop. Fiorentina with the best chance so far to take the lead in this game. If it weren't for a fantastic save from point-blank range, they would have done. It's not a great ball. Alvarez will cut it out. Enes Ünal's touch is really... What's happened to Enes Ünal? Why is he now not very good? I get really lucky there. Oh, fantastic footwork from Sotil. Fantastic interception by Ginter. Not a great challenge in retaliation from the Fiorentina man. Kai Havertz on the floor off the pitch. And the referee will surely brandish a yellow card for that. Certain of it, yep. Fran Beltran now in the book. Not much room in these central areas, is there, to try and find the space in behind? Seemingly not much room out wide either. Baku will look for Carlos Augusto. His pass is terrible. So's the shot. It's just a real nervy, bitty game so far that it's seen a real lack of quality. The only one moment of quality was that remarkable save by Carnesecchi to deny Fiorentina an opening goal. Other than that, it's been a terrible game of football, if we're completely honest. Alvarez with a switch. Carlos Augusto drive down the line. Stand it into the middle, where Kai Havertz can't quite get to it, actually. Sutic can't win that header either. Apparently, nobody in red can win a header. Enes Ünal. Carlos Augusto. Enes Ünal again. Sutic. Off the bar. That was the chance to take the advantage. Not taken. Woodwork in the way. Ferlamendi. Just taking my time here. Wasn't really anyone available to cross to. Ünal. Sutic. It's on his left. We'll try again with Sutic. Kepa makes the save. It'll be a corner. Very, very nearly 1-0 up. Can we turn it home from the set piece? Havertz's header is terrible. Keeper's going to come for this, surely. He's pinballing around. It will be half-time at 0-0. Mendy into Sučić and Kevin De Bruyne. Did Barak catch the man there? He did. Free kick taken short. Ginter. Out there is Ridler Baku. Mendy is going to arrive. Actually, it wasn't quite as much of an arrival from fullback as I hoped it would be. And Fiorentina are holding their defensive line firm here. Sučić has come very close. Through that gap is Enezu now. I think he might just have been offside had the ball made it through. Regardless, Fiorentina, other than their one really good chance in the first half, haven't created much. But I guess other than our shot off the bar, we've not really been massively prolific chance creation-wise ourselves. At the moment, it's a pretty even game that still could go any which way come the end of it. Barak to Nico Gonzalez. Excellent footwork, and they're in. Karnaseki again with another point-blank save. Aymar gets a remarkable interception in, and Barak will have a go. Or Javi Guerra maybe. It is Javi Guerra, and Diogo Leite is the man in the way this time. One of these passes really should find their mark, really. Don't foul him. Karnaseki deflects away. I'll lift it this time, and it will certainly find its mark. Fiorentina with a spell of possession here. Looking to get themselves that one goal advantage at the minute. It doesn't look like will be overturned. Nico Gonzalez is in. Barak blocked well. They are having a real spell of possession here now, Fiorentina. We just need to get rid of this. Get it away from our defensive third, please. 20 to go now. Still very much in the game, both sides. At the minute, there's only one side in the ascendancy, and that is those playing in purple. Nice tackle by Ginter, though. A great Ginterception, as someone in live chat mentioned earlier on. Baku looking for De Bruyne. Here we go. The roar of the crowd. Sučić finds Ridler Baku. Tucks it back. De Bruyne. Trying to force it. Trying to force it. Oh, it's loose, is it? Baku's going to steal in. Runners going. Looking for Enezu now. These goals have been hard to come by of late. But if you're ever going to pop up and break your goalless streak, the 82nd minute of a European Cup final isn't a bad moment to find the net for the first time in a while, is it? Enes Unal is back on the score sheet, and he may just have given us our second trophy today. And this time, we'll be able to watch us lift it too. Well, all of that pressure that Fiorentina had in a 15 to 20 minute spell is going to come back to haunt them by the looks of things. When you have moments like that in game, you have to take something from it. You have to earn something through it. And they haven't. But it still might be on for them. Nico Gonzalez with a rash and ill-disciplined late chance where he could have played it to a teammate. Should have played it to a teammate. Bailey will play it to a teammate. Not the teammate he intended to, or I intended to. He held it in the way. Ferland recovers, and can we maybe add a bit of gloss to it with a second? Bailey, back heel, Carlos Augusto, there's that 2-star weak foot. The final whistle sounds. 3 trophies on the line today. 1 in the bag. 2 in the bag. 3rd maybe yet to come. Enes Unal's 82nd minute strike gives us the win in Portugal, and we'll take it back to Germany. Europa League trophy in hand on the plane. Right. Now, the 3rd one is probably going to be the more difficult one. We were already in a great position in the Bundesliga. We were heavy favourites for this one, but Borussia Dortmund are comfortably the most difficult side we'll play against in today's season finale. But we are lifting. We will carry that trophy aloft. Diogo Leite, the man that's been with us since the very beginning here at Union Berlin, has grown from the mid-70s to the mid-80s, and now, for what could have been the second time but the first time on camera, lifts a trophy for his club. 2 down. 1 to go. Let's go back to Germany and win another. For the Deutsche Pokal final then, Darwin Nunez benched and Romelu Lukaku will lead the line in the cup final. Our former player, Jonas Hoffmann, starts on the right-hand side for them. Let's hope that we don't have a similar result against a former player like we did against Bayer Leverkusen earlier. Sasha Bowie at right back, Nico Schlotterbeck at centre back, Ian Martson there on the left-hand side, as well as Adeyemi. Bruno Fernandes still through the middle. Still lacking in those central areas with Papadopoulos and Leslie Ugachukwu, but good enough to maybe do something. Dortmund is still probably the more difficult opponent we've faced today, mainly because even though some players aren't as highly rated as Leverkusen's, they are fully fit, which will make a noticeable difference. That said, they've lost their last 2 games. They lost the penultimate game of the league season, which gave us the title. And then they lost to Dortmund on match day 34, which took them from 3rd to 5th. And now they don't have any Champions League football for next year. So Dortmund having a bit of a nightmare of a season finale so far. Let's keep that going, shall we? All right. Adeyemi's just run straight up into Ferland Mendy and run off with it. Lukaku with a back heel to Papadopoulos. Here's Jonas Hoffmann. Good footwork from him. Papadopoulos, Leslie Ugachukwu given away. Enes Ünal, is he back in form now with that late Europa League final goal? Holy moly, what a challenge. And what a tackle. And Bruno Fernandes not able to get the shot away because Matthias Ginter decided or remembered that he's a really good centre-back too. Nico Schlotterbeck is a pretty decent centre-back though. And he's intercepted that well. End-to-end early battle here in the Deutsche Pokal final. Could be a good game this. Pretty entertaining one for the neutral. Ball given away to Leslie Ugachukwu here. And Dortmund will build again. Hoffmann quickly to Bruno. Bruno with Lukaku with him. Lukaku with Adeyemi with him. Here's Martson. Ferland Mendy too strong. Keep it in. Okay, their throw. The pressure continues. Really is quite a start to this game, isn't it? Mendy gets the better of Bruno Fernandes. Give this to Enes Ünal. Okay, won't give this to Enes Ünal. Lukaku tackled, advantage played, and foul given. Free kick. Bruno surely not going for goal from here. No, Bruno is going for goal from here. Silly boy. Mendy flicks that on. Havertz up against Martson. Should have the physicality in terms of the physical stature. Martson will probably have a match for pace. Havertz has been low on goal contributions lately, as has Enes Ünal. Could have nabbed one there, but Mr. Ünal decided he wanted to be in the way. And the shot from Havertz that was going to cause the keeper an issue. Straight out for a goal kick. That's a nice touch by Adeyemi. Papadopoulos again. Adeyemi, Ferland Mendy's there. That's supposed to go back to the keeper. Don't even think about it. Thank you. Sucic. That's supposed to go to Havertz. Okay, passing starting to get a bit wayward now. Although that one is very good. Havertz. Oh, has got to get that on target. There's no excuse, Kai. That's not good enough. Sucic intercepts that. Drill it quickly, looking for Enes Ünal. Schlotterbeck getting a little bit lost. Too high up the pitch. Ferland Mendy intercepts that nicely. De Bruyne is calling for that in the middle, so we'll give it to him. He'll find Luka Sucic. He finds Havertz, whose touch takes him straight into the defender, which is lovely. It's not a great slide tackle, but the referee didn't actually call for a foul there, weirdly. Schlotterbeck inside to Fuchs. I don't know how good he is as a centre-back partner for Nico Schlotterbeck, but I'd say he's got to be half decent, but they are playing like a 71 rated CDM, so you can't necessarily guarantee that Fuchs is of quality. That pass was certainly not of quality, but we get away with it a couple of times. I'll switch this looking for Ferland Mendy out wide. It's a great ball. It's a good take. It's Luka Sucic. Ferland Mendy again through there quickly. De Bruyne caught, but ball must have been won to some extent by Schlotterbeck. We've won that. I'll look for Enezu now. I've got loads of runners. Here's Kai Havertz in again. Kai in the box. Looking to cut it back. De Bruyne 1-0 to Union. We lead in the German Cup final. Kevin De Bruyne adding that last bit of quality. The quality that's been missing in this game. There's been a lot of build-up going both ways, but nobody's really done anything that's been any good. But we will go in at half-time with the lead. Thank you very much. A bang. There we go. Fans roaring into life at the beginning of the second half. Will the game roar into life as well? Lukaku not really doing any roaring there. Sucic, that's a lovely ball to Baku though. And Leslie Ugochukwu gets back into position just in time to make the interception. Hoffman, that's good footwork. He was very good at that when we had him. Looking for Enezu again. And Ugochukwu again intercepts. So it's troublesome as Dortmund come forward. Playing this cup final at the home of our city rivals, Hertha Berlin. And those Hertha Berlin fans will be delighted to see the Borussia Dortmund have equalised here. And that's a hell of a strike from Leslie on the edge of the box. No marking. First time, that's a very good goal. Dortmund fire themselves back level here. Game on again. Ginter. Mendy. Looking for an instant response here. Sucic, De Bruyne's there. Lukaku now making those interceptions. And Leslie Ugochukwu is the man that's further forward. It's Jonas Hoffman again. And Bowie. Just had to manage that passing channel. Potentially to Romelu Lukaku there. Unali's on the run here, but I don't really fancy him through that gap. I do fancy Ridler Baku through this one, though. Mistakenly, however, because Fuchs cuts that out. Will beat Lukaku to that. And now we will find Ridler Baku. And Baku's just going to go all the way. Oh, it's well blocked by Papadopoulos. And Ugochukwu will help clear. 25 minutes to go here. We might need to call on some substitutes to try and get this third trophy over the line. Changes De Bruyne for Brandt. And then Leon Bailey for Kai Havertz. They've brought on Darwin Nunez up top as well. So both sides making the changes that they feel are what are going to alter the trajectory of this fixture in their respective favour. Here comes Carlos Augusto. Tucks back inside. Enezu now from range. Maybe I could have played the extra ball to Sucic. Perhaps should have played the extra ball to Sucic. We might be on for an extra half an hour here. Or will we? Enezu now. Leon Bailey can't force his way past the defensive line. It looks like we will be on for an extra half an hour here. I've no idea who that advantage was in the favour of. I'm presuming it was Dortmund as they've come away with the ball here now and no foul was given. Ugochukwu back to Fuchs. There's 2.5 minutes to go. Either side score now. That's game. Brandt very nearly got there. Heavy touch from the defender. Fuchs taking his time. Schlotterbeck out wide. Danger. Real danger. Darwin Nunez. Bruno Fernandes. Great interception. Get rid of it. 1 minute added on. 1 minute done. Another 30 minutes on the way. Win that header. Well up. Ridler Baku on the run. And here's Luka Sucic. Bailey's wanting to go. Go he did. Oh, what an interception by Ian Martson. Wow. That was very impressive. Mendy trying to get back into position here. It's actually Leon Bailey that gets the tackle in. And now we'll look Sucic for Bailey. Wrong footage Schlotterbeck, who's gotten back in position really well. But Leon Bailey's worked the space. Shot comes in. It's straight at Gregor Kubel. Questions of pass back. Oh, I thought he was just going to throw it straight to me then. The only chance of the first half of extra time. Into the second half of extra time we go. It's just got enough weight on it to find Papadopoulos. They're going to go out wide, are they? They are. Martson. Spins well. I get a toe in there? No. Jesus. Destatito. Gives it away. I've got nowhere to go. That's a lovely ball to Carlos Augusto, though. And a good touch, too. And Baku is trying to get away. Can't do it. Hoffman has Darwin Nunez down the line. Oh, the nutmeg. Darwin nods that to Bruno. I get lucky with the rebound. Well, this is the counter-attack. Baku's absolutely dead though. Sasha Bowie's got loads of stamina left. Support here from former Dortmund man, Julian Brandt. Looking for the former Leverkusen man, Leon Bailey. And if it weren't for an excellent interception from the current Dortmund highest rated player in Nico Schlotterbeck, that would have been 2-1 surely, and the trophy won in extra time. As it happens, we are moments away, and now we are definitively headed to penalties to decide the Deutsche Pokal final. Here we go then. Enezu now, the first man to take a penalty in this shootout, and he's buried it. Up steps Bruno Fernandes. He's very good at taking pens and proves it once more. Straight down the middle. Lukas Sucic will go the same way as we did previously and bury it just as well. And up next is Darwin Nunez for Dortmund, their substitute. A lot of pens going in that top right-hand corner, aren't there? Leon Bailey, my substitute. Gonna do the same in that top right-hand corner. Saved by Gregor Kubel. Jonas Hoffmann, the previous Berlin man, buries his penalty. Matthias Ginter, the centre-back, straight down the middle. Scored. I need to save. I need to save to keep my hopes alive. Tessadito! Saved by Karnaseki. Alvarez. Edson Alvarez, the CDM, buries. Now then. Oh, it's Jordan Barlow. It's the Patreon player. Oh, he squeezed it under the keeper. Oh, Jordan, you've done me. Riddler Baku, we're going to go bottom right. Buried well. From the spot then, Sasha Bowie, the right back, in sudden death. It's 5-5 after 6 pens each. Julian Brandt, the former Dortmund man, has his penalty saved by Gregor Kubel. It's Ian Martson. It's the left back. It is not to be a treble. Agent Brandt does the business for Dortmund. The former BVB man misses his penalty, and his former club win the Pokal. Bugger! No treble here at Union Berlin. It is, unfortunately, only a double. Of the 3 trophies that were on offer for us, this is the one that I'm fine with losing, or at least less gutted about losing. To win the Bundesliga, phenomenal. To win the Europa League, delighted. To not win the Deutsche Pokal in this save, I'm alright. I'm alright with that. I'm not that bothered. Not that bothered. Delighted with 2 trophies in this 3rd season, though. We will be starting a Leeds United career mode very soon. I've got some background testing to do with regards the Patreon players, and then we can set up that save. I might even do a little bit of a short video to ask for some feedback for some settings for that Leeds save from you guys, so keep your eyes peeled for something. Bruno Fernandes is going to lift the Deutsche Pokal trophy for Borussia Dortmund. Unfortunately for us, we are not winning on this particular occasion. One of my former sides, is it that one? No, it's Chelsea. One of my former sides, unfortunately, get one over on me this time around. Right, let's have a full season roundup, shall we? How did everything go down in this save? How did all the Patreon players grow? Let's go and find out and put an end to Dortmund rubbing it in my face. That cheer was perfectly timed, wasn't it? So at the end of the season here in the 3rd year at Union Berlin, 3rd and final year at Union Berlin, we win the Bundesliga and we win the Europa League. Unfortunately, no Champions League trophy for us. We played in the Champions League season 1 and weren't very good. And quite frankly, as seems to be the case with a lot of saves these days with the nature of the content, quite simply, the views aren't where they were. So I need to start a new save to keep the channel ticking over. So we've won trophies at Berlin. It's not like we ended with nothing. I'm very happy with the Bundesliga title, very happy with the Europa League win. Shame we couldn't end on a treble, but it is what it is. We will absolutely be happy enough with the double this season. Confirmation, as we said, that Borussia Dortmund dropped from 3rd to 5th and no Champions League football for them next season, if we were doing one, of course. So top 4 is as you see it there. Relegated at the bottom of the table are Werder Bremen and FC Köln, one of our former sides. This one here is FC Köln. Hamburg will have a relegation playoff game. A relegation playoff game they haven't yet played. It's actually on the day that I'm on. So let me just advance one more day then. And the relegation playoff will have been played now. And we obviously know who won the Deutsche Pokal. And Hamburg stay in the division. Schalke will stay in the Bundesliga 2, unfortunately for them. The UEFA Super Cup was won by AC Milan. The Champions League this year, the final's on the 6th. Okay? To be honest, I thought the Champions League final would have been the previous Saturday, with our Europa League final on the Wednesday the week before. Was probably, I felt, safe to presume that the Champions League final would be the following Saturday, wasn't it? It was a week Saturday. AC Milan win the Champions League again. Back-to-back Champions League wins for AC Milan. We win the Europa League with a 1-0 win over Fiorentina, of course. And Wolfsburg, German winners in another European competition. Wolfsburg win 2-1 against PSV, so they will be in the Europa League next year. In fact, Wolfsburg might be Champions League next year based off the league table. This is the World Cup, of course. The Men's International Cup groups are as you see them here. But we won't be going into the next season to see who wins the World Cup, unfortunately. So in terms of other important stats that you'd be curious about, top goal scorer for the league was Berisha at Hoffenheim with 26. Enes Ünal with 22. And he didn't score in the league for like the last 6 games, so he very much could have won the Golden Boot, but ultimately didn't, unfortunately. Sučić with 13 goals is my second top Bundesliga goal scorer there, in 13th place actually. Any other FC players in there? Baku with 10 goals in 31, my third top Bundesliga goal scorer. Ünal with 9 assists, Sučić with 9 assists, Bailey with 8, Baku 7, Havertz 6. Plenty of creativity in the side. Carlos Augusto with 5 assists from left back is very impressive. And Karnaseki did get the Golden Glove with 12 clean sheets. It'd be remarkable if a goalkeeper got 12 assists in a season. 12 clean sheets in 30 games for him. Congratulations on that front. With regards to the other leagues, I know you guys are always keen to see what happens elsewhere around Europe, most notably in the English divisions. Manchester City win the Premier League on goal difference ahead of Arsenal by +8 goals. Chelsea and Liverpool round out the top 4. Spurs and then Manchester United. Newcastle down in 8th. Relegated from the Premier League, Southampton, West Brom and Burnley. My next destination, Leeds United, survive. Although, when you're 11 points clear of the drop, I don't know really if that's surviving. That's just, they were good enough. And the others were pretty poor. Going up to the Premier League will be Leicester and Bournemouth. Then one of Coventry, Sheffield United, Preston and Norwich. Relegated from the Championship this season were Peterborough, Wigan and Derby. In League One, Bolton and Huddersfield are back up to the Championship. Barnsley, Plymouth, Sheffield Wednesday and Oxford will battle it out for the right to be in the Championship as well next season. And just as I have joy at Peterborough getting relegated, I have despair at Cambridge also doing the same. Stevenage bottom, Cambridge 23rd, Notts County 22nd and MK Dons 21st, all relegated down to League 2, being replaced by Bristol Rovers, Doncaster and Salford, and one of Barrow, Walsall, Cheltenham and Leyton Orient. To the National League would have been Grimsby on goal difference by just 2 goals and Crawley by 3 points. That's the Premier League in France. It's Paris Saint-Germain by 10 points. In the Bundesliga, Zwei, Bochum and Augsburg come back up and Schalke stay where they are in the Dry Liga. Waldorf and Osnabrück coming up. In Serie A, it's Juventus from Lazio by a point, then the Milans. Napoli 5th, Roma only 8th. Of course, Jose Mourinho losing his job in real life most recently. Ajax win the league in the Netherlands. In Portugal, it's Benfica from Porto from Sporting. Braga 4th. In the SPL, it's Rangers from Celtic by 2 points. And in La Liga, Barca from Real by a single point, with Atleti a distant 3rd. Sevilla in 4th on that particular occasion. So that's how everything else panned out around the grounds and around the leagues for us. Objectively, the board are very happy. We didn't do that one, but meh. Again, I can't seem to keep a clean sheet streak, can I? Didn't do that last season, didn't do it this year. We did get the crucial signing, and we got the long term. We got both that one, and we got to it was just reached the final in the Deutsche Pokal. So we satisfied the board there, and obviously the Champions League, we finished first, and Europa League, we won it. So thrilled with that. In terms of individual player contributions this year and the overall growth, etc. Top goal scorer, understandably, is Enes Ünal. He had more goals in just the league than anybody else did in all competitions combined. Plus the 9 assists as well, which means he's my 4th most creative player, joint 4th most creative player. Sučić, you wanted him to play regularly. He did play regularly. He played very well. Ridler Baku, justifying my decision to play him on the left-hand side of the front 3. Martial with 10 goals in 19 games is very impressive. And across all competitions as well, to be fair. Leon Bailey with 9 and 11 assists as well. Really pleased with Leon Bailey continually. Benedict, 9 in 13. I would be sorely tempted to sign Benedict Hollowback. Maybe not at Leeds, but potentially at Cambridge or maybe in FC25. We'll wait and see. Kai Havertz with 6 goals and 9 assists. De Bruyne 4 and 4. Decent when he came in. Didn't necessarily hit the ground and light the Bundesliga up as I hoped he would, but he was still an improvement in that position. Julian Brandt, of course, some of those for Dortmund, some for me. And then assist-wise, Baku was my most creative player. Sučić and Bailey, and then Kai Havertz and Ünal as my joint. Well, technically joint 3rd, because Sučić and Bailey joint 2nd, so Havertz and Ünal are joint 3rd in the creative stakes. And Carlos Augusto with 5 from fullback. He's actually genuinely impressive. I don't tend to get many assists with fullbacks. To be fair, he has been moved up to left wing for a few games, so maybe that's where those assists came from. But regardless, still a very, very good player for us. And in terms of growth, Kevin De Bruyne is still our highest rated player. Kai Havertz didn't grow this year. Carlos Augusto was up 2 to 86 as a left winger. I was playing at left wing back. He can now apparently change that to left wing back. And he actually goes to 88. Wow. So he's actually my joint overall top rated player now, Carlos Augusto, with a growth of 4 this year. Kanaseki's up 2, Alvarez 1. Ünal 2, Brandt didn't grow. Ginter, Leite up 2, Mazraoui up 1, Sučić up 3, which was very impressive. Ridler Baku was super. Baku's just that player that can play anywhere, isn't he? Similar to Carlos Augusto, really. We're very fortunate to have a number of players that can play in a number of different positions. But being that versatile is part of the modern game now, isn't it? Leon Bailey up 1, Felamendi didn't grow, Lucanets up 2, Martial up 1, still at 30, Renault up 1 at 33 is impressive. Olabash up 1 as well. Klein up 3 out on loan. Andreas Becker up 1. Oliver up 4 in goal out on loan. Congratulations to him. And then just some shit youngsters, really, to be quite frank. With regards to Patreon players, unfortunately, as we say, some of you bugged. I will be doing extensive testing before the lead save to ensure that doesn't happen in the next save. So don't fear. Those of you that are wanting to join the Patreon at the VIP tier to have your guys in the next save, there is still time as this video goes live for you to do that. So do check the link in the description down below. I'll probably do an update video to go live over the weekend to instigate you guys, prompting you to join the Patreon if you would like, and also to get some feedback about squads, etc. for the lead save, whether we update January transfers or not, like transfers that have gone through in real life. Do I do those? Do I not do those at the beginning of the lead save? I'm not sure at this stage. I'll wait for your feedback before we start that save. But you can see that a handful of you did actually join clubs, but unfortunately you're 2026 years old now, so probably should retire. With regards to those that didn't bug, thankfully there were the majority of you didn't. I'll quickly scroll through here. Feel free to pause at any moment if you might like to see your overall rating, although I will show you the spreadsheet in a minute to show you that to show you your rating and your career journey, basically, is where my brain was going and then kind of tripped over itself. So it's a massive shortlist. We think that the reason a number of you bugged is because the shortlist was so big. So some of my testing is going to be doing the same and seeing if it bugs again, and then trying to see if I don't put any of you on the shortlist, if you then don't bug, if you know what I mean. So with regards to the spreadsheet and your journeys, again, feel free to pause at any point to see your name. Your name's obviously on the left in alphabetical order. Those that are in grey are just people that have left the Patreon and won't be in the lead save, unless, of course, you renew between now and the beginning of the lead save. And then I've got a couple of names to add in for the new save, but that might be added to if any of you join the Patreon in the meantime. So you can see some journeys here. There were some transfers in this third season as well. There was one transfer, actually, 2 transfers since January. There was Michael German went to Roma. I need to change that to green. Went to Roma from a free agent, and actually Jordan Forbes agreed a pre-contract at PSG for agreed a pre-contract at PSG for next season, should we have gone into season 4. There was only one person, I believe, that unfortunately didn't pick up a club. That's Josh Cornford, the goalkeeper, who bugged, which is probably why. Jaden bugged as well. That's probably why there. And again, Daz bugged. Yeah, so annoying. So annoying. Especially from my point of view, because obviously with the Patreon, you guys are paying for a product, so to speak. And obviously, you're still in the player save, you're still in the Football Manager, you still get your VIP badge on Twitch, and you still get your gifted sub on Twitch. But the key thing for me was to have you guys in these saves. And it's the first time we've had any issues with it like this, so that's fine. We're going to adjust it, and it'll be fine, and we won't have that problem again. It's just frustrating that in this shorter 3-season career, unfortunately, there were some issues that we encountered that weren't in the first save we did, which is why it was weird. But regardless, thank you for your support throughout the course of this Union Berlin career. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed this save. I'd very much appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss out on the lead save when it comes. I have my shirts. They arrived through the post, and they were doing a buy one, get one free. So I've got the home shirt, got the Leeds United home shirt. We've also got the Leeds United, I think it's the third kit, actually, the blue and green one. So I'll have 2 shirts to wear throughout the course of the next save. But that's all for Germany. We're headed back to England next time around. Thank you very much for your watching eyes and your support in this Union Berlin career. Like I say, there'll probably be a bonus episode over the weekend. If everything's in place, then the Leeds United save will start on Monday. It will probably be more like Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'll keep you guys updated on social media or via the community tab here on YouTube. But for now, that's all for me for this one for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it very much. Dankeschön. I'll see you in Leeds.